Okay, the sun's going down. I guess it's time to make another video. So I got some square tubing, 2.5 inch square tubing, and I got the cowling off the back of the car because I was doing some other work. I bought 1.25 inch hitch tube and then a small receiver hitch. And my idea is to remove the rear bumper, and the flange isn't too beefy that it's bolted up to, but it's pretty beefy. It'd be cool if there's 2 bolts on the top and 1 on the bottom. That'd be better, and then you could have a little bit more tongue load on the hitch, but just got the single bolt, which should be fine also. I was thinking, should I mount the hitch on the top or should I mount it on the bottom? I think I'm gonna go right in the center. If I have it on the top and there's a weight on it, it'll pull on these top bolts a lot more than it would if it was on the bottom or even in the center. So yeah, I think I just run it through the center of the tube, and that's a pretty good height for a hitch. I have some, what is that, 3/16, not quite a quarter inch steel plate. My square tubing is almost the same size as this bumper here, and the plates on the end will be the same size. So that's 5 inch by 4 3/4. And I got the plates marked out on there already. Marked it in pencil. It's probably kind of hard to see, so I'll cut those out with the grinder. I'll take this bumper off. I'll mark out the holes, drill the holes in the plates, mount the plates on the car, and then cut my square tubing the same size as this bumper here. I'll even angle cut the ends the same. And then when I get my metal plates mounted, I'll hold the bar up and weld the bar in place, just tack weld it, take it off, weld it fully, and mount my hitch in the center, and then bolt it back on the car, and there's my trailer hitch. Lots of oxidation on there, so much that it's starting to build up. Thought maybe it was starting to eat into there, but I guess not. Ooh. There's not much room in between the back of the frame and the top of the body there. Well, I guess it's all body. It slides up okay. I drilled the hole out in the corner a little bit bigger, and then it can have a little bit of room for adjustment there. Just make sure it sits flat. Okay, so there's the bar for my hitch. When the bumper is on, I don't think it makes contact with the back of the cowling here. There's no marks where it would make contact. Like there's the holes for the tow hook. And nothing was rubbing, nothing was touching. So as long as this hitch isn't sticking out farther than what that original bumper was, then it should be fine. Because it doesn't make contact with the cowling anyway. I just got to figure out how far I need my hitch tube to stick out. I'll cut a square hole in the cowling here. And then, yeah, it's got to be far enough out that I can get 2 loops on either side for the safety chains. So I'll put the cowling on and I'll figure out how far my hitch tube's got to come out, and I'll figure out whether or not I'm going to put it in the center here, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'll just cut a square hole and then put the hitch tube in there. I think what I'll do is I'll set the cowling where it's got to be, and then I'll mark where the tow hook holes are there. And then when I cut my hitch tube, I can measure over from those tow hook marks. And then when I go cut the cowling out, I'll cut it from the front. I'll measure over from the tow hook marks. Like do a straight line in the center of them, and then measure up and down, and then measure over from the center of the holes, kind of thing. It's about 1 inch to the steel there. So this hitch has got to be out to about here at least. So from the very back of the hole, we got to go 1.5 inches back roughly. So if I go from the hole 1.5 inches back, when the cowling comes on there, it should be sitting somewhere here, and then the hitch will stick out that much. That should work. So there's my mark there. That's 1.5 inches back from the pinhole. So if it was through the front of the hitch, it would butt up to the back wall inside the tube. What I think I'll do is I'll just cut the top. I'll make a notch in the top of the tube, and the hitch will just sit in there about like that, and then I'll just weld it in place. Then weld the hitch in place. I'll square it, make sure it's not cockeyed in there. I cut the hole a little bit too big. And then finish welding the hitch. Give it a good spray with some spray paint. Okay, there the hitch is installed. So there's the hitch installed on the car. There's actually some metal here around the opening. There's another tab about right here. If I want to, I could stick a Tech screw through there to give it a little bit extra strength instead of holding on the top by the one bolt. But I think it's good enough the way it is. I won't be towing a whole lot with it, you know, maybe maximum a 2,000 pound trailer. The hitch tube is rated to 3,500 pounds. My tow hitch is rated to 3,500 pounds. But I don't think I'll be towing 3,500 pounds with the car. And if I do, I better have trailer brakes, because that's a little bit less than double what the car weighs. I can tow another smart car on a trailer, that's probably max. So say 2,500 pounds will be max that I'll be towing with it. And there won't be a whole heck of a lot of tongue weight. But I mean, that's pretty solid. So I'm gonna spray it black. But before I do that, I'll see if that cover fits on there. That'll work. Pretty big gap around it, but it was pretty hard to get it tighter than that. And I opted out from drilling the hole on either side for the tow hook. I figured now it's got a trailer hitch, you could just hook onto the trailer hitch and tow it out. Yeah, I probably could have had the hitch come out a little bit farther because it's pretty close to the plastic. But I should still be able to get a pin in there, no problem. And my weld is kind of shit right there. I'll probably give it a little tack before I finish painting it, just to make sure those don't yank off. It's not gonna yank off. I got it welded really good on the other side, but I don't like seeing that where I kind of miswelded it. So yeah, it's trailer hitch. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. There's 200 pounds on the hitch. And it's didn't move or wiggle or anything, so should say the hitch is rated to 3,500 pounds, 350 pounds of tongue weight. But I wouldn't want to do that down a bumpy road, but in a pinch that would probably be what it would handle.